So this is from an upcoming project I've got going. This is called War for Peace. Line the streets, war for peace, waiting in the mist, nights as black as this. Past 1 in the store, past 2 in the street, past 3 as they glaring at me. Go home after getting something to eat. 6 men stand before me. I say, brother, what brings you here? Why you sweat me? He pulls out a Ruger, points it at me directly. The other 5 fan out to help their man out. And then he opens his mouth. They speak in unison. We have come to condemn the foolish one, speaking like you lost your mind. Don't you know that real Christians are white? Don't you know that they're here to lead the blind? Don't you see it in the scriptures that Jesus' hair, skin, and facial features all look just like mine? Line the streets, war for peace, waiting in the mist, nights as black as this. Before them lay a pile of robes. They inched closer, tightrope. I felt a lump in my throat, tightrope. He laid his hands on me in so much anxiety that I might choke. He has traded in the white for blue and black. He has traded in his torch for gun and badge. I looked at the other 5. Fella got lost my mind. All of them had also changed. 1 had a gavel, 2 had a scale, another a set of keys, and the last a briefcase. I wonder now, why do I preach nonviolence? Why do I continue to push back against compliance? Why is everything I am innately stand in direct defiance? How can I remove they blind us? These are the ties that bind us. Line the streets, war for peace, waiting in the mist, nights as black as this. He put that ashy barrel in my mouth. I felt that rope cinched down. I looked into his lifeless eyes. I painfully began to cry. Tension mounted and manifested physically. This was the culmination of all I've seen. 1 lawyer, 1 judge, 1 cop, 2 bankers, 1 man with all the keys who unlocks. Now all standing in a circle surrounding me, all in control of opportunities. Hate lives in the heart of every man. It doesn't matter the color or preference. It's time to love your enemies and rid your heart of evil. Pick up the Bible, lower the Desert Eagle. It's all a trap, a game that we're all set up to play up into. You got the peace, but could you guess who gave it to you? And fear is the rope. Don't be afraid of them. Even when standing alone in a parade of them. That's your brother, man. You throwing stones at mirrors. And when we wake up from our sleep screaming, only God can hear us. So what you afraid of, JD? Is that your colored body to lose? Don't you believe that God got you? Are you afraid to get caught up on criminal charges in prison and marred by the same hands that profit off of it? I'm here to tell you that you are a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a shell. Every ounce of breath, every meager step that it can muster must be used well. It's not about hate, it's about love. It's not what we can do, but what's been done for us. Keep dreaming about a place that's beyond this cell. Heaven is another life beyond hell.
Oh my gosh.
That was deep.
That was, wow. Everybody's so talented.
This is who reading. I'm not reading. That's the way.
Kavan is going to read his
You better
poem
go
later.
in, JD.
Wow, that was...
Go in.
Wow.
What? Just talk about it, please. I don't even know what questions to ask. That was amazing.
So I guess I'll preface with the project that I mentioned beforehand. So right now I'm actually beginning the process of recording an album. So I just finished the writing phase, just found a producer that I'm really stoked to work with, and so now sort of begins like the tedious work, the fundraising, and you know, like getting the message out there and spreading the word about that. So yeah, this project's gonna be called Intimate Infinite. It's a double album. It's the first thing I've ever released, but I just wanted to come in hot, just come in,
Oh, I see you.
just come in blazing. So yeah, I go by the name of Brother. I've performed locally in Flagstaff as an acoustic artist for a long time, but yeah, this is obviously not that. So yeah, I'm just really excited to share what's on my heart. I'm ready to, yeah, just, I don't know. I guess this, I'm kind of fumbling with my words because I feel like I have so much to say, but this that I wrote specifically is going to be a song. It's meant to have like musical accompaniment. But really the inspiration for it was looking at the Phoenix protests. You know, those were relatively tame compared to some that we've seen, but it really just showed the nature of the struggle that we're dealing with right now in this country. There really is this like us versus them that we've been fed by mass media, and I don't know. That night when I saw all that going down in my city, you know, it's just like I felt very destitute. I just really sat in the brokenness of all of that, and so I wrote this poem. And it really, if I'm being honest, it's like a really honest reflection of some of my own fears about protest and what it means to stand up against institutionalized racism and systemic injustice, and the ways that I fear my own life and my own safety as a person of color, and as somebody who's not backing down, somebody who wants to, you know, spread love, and who wants to combat some of the things that have been longstanding in our country.